I saw this health update from a creator I've talked about several times before, and I just knew I had to talk about this.
This girl a mess, y'all.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you've been around here a while. I'm Kendra, this is Kendra Creates. This is my space where I share my life with you guys. I also talk about other stuff too, and today is one of those other stuff days. So if that stuff sounds good to you, then make sure you are subscribe to my channel, and also go ahead and give this video a thumbs up while you are at it. So today we are going to be talking about Glitterandlazers yet again, and I've talked about her several times on this channel, but she made this update, and it was a update on Facebook, and basically she teased like in her reels or whatever about surgery that she was having. So if you look there, I'll pop it on the screen. So she's talking about a surgery that's going to save her life. And you're like, what could this surgery, or change her life or whatever, what could this surgery be and be all about? Well, that's what I want to talk about today. Before I get into that, I did a video a little while ago, and go back and watch it if you have not. It was about Amberlynn Reid. And as we know, our girl, she suffers from lymphedema and lipedema. Two different issues. The lymphedema is the fluid and the swelling of her body. And then the lipedema is the excess fat accumulation on her body. And I remember her basically throwing out all these different reasons, I'll just say excuses, of why she's having such a difficult time losing weight. And so with the lipedema, she talks about she has 150 pounds. I believe that's what she said. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But it was a lot of fat that was lipedema fat that you can't lose through diet and exercise. You will have to get surgery to remove that type of fat. And I made that statement and I was like, why doesn't she just get surgery? And so our girl Glitterandlazers and O'Brien is talking about how she's going to get surgery to remove her lipedema fat, which I am happy for her that she is getting that done, because I'm sure that's going to be life-changing for her. However, I want to get into this post that she wrote about, because I think it's good to talk about this stuff always. If you are trying to lose weight, if you're not trying to lose weight, if you've been obese all your life, if you've been up and down on your weight, you know the struggles that there are. And sometimes when you are like wanting to lose weight, but you're not losing weight or whatever, you oftentimes struggle mentally with everything that you have going on, especially with your, I guess, will to lose weight and what you're actually doing to lose weight. And a lot of times it's a lot of excuses and a lot of mental games that you play with yourself, and sometimes you are very deep in denial. And I feel like a lot of creators who struggle with their weight, who have attempted weight loss, who are documenting their weight loss journey or whatever, a lot of them are in denial about how dire their situation is sometimes, what they're actually doing to lose weight, and also the issues that they're having with losing weight. Because I feel like you could have a lot of stumbling blocks in your way, but if you aren't upfront, open, and honest with your audience about those, they kind of turn against you, and a lot of people start not believing you, and it kind of wears on people. And not only that, it's like people see you week in, week out, week in, week out. A year later, it's still the same song and dance. And your audience is like, what's going on? Because you're not open, honest, and upfront about the issues that you're having. And if you can't be honest with your audience, how can you even be honest with yourself? Like, this is what my hindrance is to losing weight. So how can you really lose weight if you can't even admit the issues that you're really having? But we're going to get into this post, y'all, okay? Okay, so here's the post. Bear with me as I read it. Yesterday, I flew to LA to meet with a specialist to discuss removal of my lipedema. I just returned home from my appointment and mentally I'm overwhelmed. And I am sure that can be overwhelming. If you're having health issues and you're finally getting the help you need and you're talking to this person and they're telling you, what you can do and how we can do this and blah, 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 blah. On one hand, I feel more sane. I stopped losing weight a few months ago and I thought I was the problem. We're going to talk about that. I knew I had lipedema, but surely I still had normal fat I could lose, right? Yeah, you do. I must not be doing enough. The comments that have haunted me for years expand their space in my brain. You're not working hard enough. You're eating too much. You're lying to yourself. Today, I found I have spent the last few months beating myself up for no reason. According to my appointment, my lipedema is severe, and right now the majority of my weight I have to lose is unburnable by my body. This means surgery, or rather multiple surgeries. I knew surgery was in my future, but I wasn't prepared for this. It's been a lot to take in. I don't have any wise word today. I'm just trying to process what this means for me. So we're going to break this post down and we're going to talk about it. So the first thing is she says, I stopped losing weight a few months ago. And I think this is the first time that she's openly discussed this. Once again, I could be wrong. Please correct me if I am. And, that is big to admit that. To finally admit to your audience that, yeah, I've been trying to lose weight on weight loss injections or weight loss medication. I don't think she really specifically stated which one she was on. And I thought I was the problem. The thing is, and I'm going to be 100% real, she is the problem. She's the problem. And I'm going to get into why she's the problem in a minute. I knew I had lipedema, but surely I still had normal fat I could lose, right? Yes, that is correct. You do have normal fat on your body that's not lipedema that you could lose. And then the comments. You're not working hard enough. She could be working harder. She really could be. Definitely with her diet. As far as exercise goes, she documents working out. She says she's on a fitness journey. I mean, I'm not there. I don't know how much she's working out, but it seems to me like she does get around and exercise. You're eating too much. Yes, she is. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, she's eating too much. If she's not losing any weight on her body, she is eating too much. You're lying to yourself. And yes, she is. I've talked about how she is Delulu. Like, sometimes it's fine to be that way. You have to convince yourself that you're an awesome person and that you can do it and you're amazing, a little toxic positivity, But when it's things about your health and things that you need to be doing for your health, it's not so good to lie to yourself. It's not so good to lie to yourself at all. And then she says, the majority of weight I have to lose is unburnable by my body. This means surgery or rather multiple surgeries. So this is the same thing that Amberlynn Reid was talking about when she said she had 150 pounds, I believe it was, of lipedema fat on her body. Now, Glitterandlazers, she didn't say how much her extra fat she had on her body that was specifically lipedema fat. I don't think she's ever even said like how much she weighs. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to estimate and guess. But Anna is a large woman. And lipedema is supposed to be stored mainly in your legs. And if you look at her like body proportions, you can tell her legs or her bottom area is a bit larger than, but it's not that much out of proportion. So sometimes I feel like, am I tripping? Like, am I being gaslit? Or maybe I don't know enough about lipedema to come up with an educated opinion or guess or come up with a reasonable explanation for what's going on. What do you guys think? What do you think? Because this is what I think right here. I don't think that she's lying about having lipedema. I believe that. That's like, why would she lie about that? But I don't think, and of course, it's severe. I'm sure it is. Her legs are large, but she's also a large person. If you look at her arms, they are large. And, it's like, how much lipedema fat could you possibly have on your body? And I tried to find more information about lipedema because I wanted to come in with kind of an educated opinion about this whole entire situation. But I couldn't find out a lot of information about this. So if this all plays out, on the internet, her documenting her surgeries, her journey with getting rid of the lipedema, which I would love to see, because I feel like there isn't enough information out there about it and how much lipedema fat you could possibly have on your body. If there's someone that is watching this video right now that is a doctor or in the medical field or knows anything about lipedema, could you please comment and educate me and other people who might read the comments about this? Because I would love to know. If I am wrong, I will eat my words. But for some reason, inkling inside of me, I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. And maybe it is, like I said, because I just don't know enough about that condition. But I have known, not personally, but through, once again, the internet, people to lose weight that have lipedema and get rid of it through surgery. And the reason is because I have been researching cosmetic plastic surgery for about the last year. And within that research, I have come across people who have had lipedema because they get liposuction or surgery to remove the fat. So I've saw people, I've saw their pictures, I've saw their body. They've talked about how they've lost weight. They talked about how they had the surgery. I've looked. And I've saw their body transform. I've saw them go to some amazing doctors. And they are not Amberlynn Reid size, and they are not Anna size. They have come a long way through their weight loss journey. They have come a long way through having surgery and changing their body. Once again, I could be wrong. And these two ladies could be a case of they just have a lot of lipedema fat on their body that needs to get removed. But from what everything I saw about it and from what I've been through personally myself as someone in a larger body that has lost weight, yes, you will still have the appearance of being a bigger person because in her case, she has the lipedema there. And then in my case, I have extra skin there. You can see it. Oh, look at the guns coming through. So you would take on a look of someone who's a bit bigger, but in general, you would not be big as Anna. You would not just stop losing weight. You just wouldn't. I had one of the most difficult, trying years of my life last year. My father died. I separated from my husband. It was a big adjustment for me, trying to change the family dynamic in my own newly created family and then my family of origin. And somehow I still managed to lose 20 pounds last year. And through that whole year, I was 100% honest. There would be weeks sometimes where I would not exercise. There would be days where, yes, I'm eating my junk. There would be times where I didn't feel like cooking, or I didn't want to eat my vegetables, or whatever the case. I was honest, open, upfront about it, and I didn't use anything as an excuse. And I just feel like it's just constantly excuses, 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 excuses. And one thing is, we always talk about how no one owes you anything. Influencers don't owe their audience anything. And I think I'm gonna make a video about that too, because I saw an interesting TikTok about that. That's coming up. That's coming up, y'all. That's coming up. They don't. They don't have to say anything. But when they start talking and opening up and posting things, their life comes up for grabs for discussion. And I don't mean my commentary as something mean or malicious or ill will or poor intent or any of that. I really want to talk about these things for people to learn and grow, for people to have something to talk about, to reflect on, and to educate themselves about. I could be very ignorant about the topic of lipedema, and this whole thing can change my perspective and my thought process and my understanding of that health condition. And I'd love to know more about it, because I don't really know a lot about it. I just know what I've seen, the little bit I've read, you know, on the internet, people's personal experience, sharing their stories, sharing their pictures and things like that. And who knows? Anna could be just a very serious and unusual case of lipedema, and I really, honestly, am excited to hear her journey and where she's going, because I just find it very, very odd that she stopped losing weight, and she may not feel like she's eating too much, and she doesn't really feel like she has a lot of normal fat to lose. But I do wish her well on her journey and with her upcoming surgeries coming up, and I hope that they go well, and I hope that she finds comfort, because I am sure that having that condition is very painful, and it's something that she has, you know, had to deal with for a long time. But I wish that she would be a little bit more honest with her audience, because in my personal opinion, I don't feel like she's being very honest at all. And that's that on that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate you for watching. Make sure to continue spread kindness anywhere. Hey, I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.